That's all I can ever ask of anybody. And it's very important that small jobs are never underestimated. So the guy in the Southern Ocean, it's cold, it's the middle of the night, and he'd like to be in his bunk asleep because he's off watch, but instead the guy who picks up half a ton of sails one by one and moves them over to one side, and they're all damp and soggy, and the temperature inside the boat's 2 degrees if you're lucky. It's colder than inside your fridge. Outside it's -10. And he picks up the floorboards and he gets a bucket and a sponge, and he's down there sponging out 20 litres of water. That's as important. A 35-ton yacht, how can 20 litres, 20 kilos of water, how can that affect the speed of a 35-ton yacht? It's the attitude. And if that same approach is taken to everything that goes on, the boat will go much faster. But that is just as important that that is done as the guy steering the right course up on deck, the guy steering correctly, the trimming of the sails. So in San Diego, the young guy used to go across the road and get the boys' lunches, or the sailors who used to stay behind late at night and grease the winches. Just as important really as the tactician, the guy who goes up the mast, the guy trimming the sails, as me, as the accountant. All make up a team, and as soon as you say, oh, that doesn't really matter, you've lost the plot. I mean, I bet I could get headlines tomorrow by going to the media and saying, I'm going to go and climb Mount Everest without oxygen, and there it would be in headlines, everyone would be talking about it. It means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because doing it is what actually matters, is much harder. If you've done it, maybe then you can shout about it, but you probably won't want to, because you just feel satisfied, and if other people think it's nice, well, so be it. Everyone makes mistakes, intentional or otherwise. Generally they're otherwise. And it's important you learn from them. I mean, that's the only way you're going to get better and better and better. And you know, if you're not prepared to make a mistake, well, you're not going to make anything, you know. As far as the people I have with me, I expect 100% commitment. Anyone who you know ends up in front of the courts for any reason whatsoever, and it hasn't happened, so we've been pretty fortunate, but they all know right at the start, you know, end up on a drink driving charge, you're out. Any thinking that there might be drugs involved, you're out. There's no maybes about it. That's bang, that's it. I think it's very important that we're seen to be reasonably clean cut, and sure we have our fun from time to time, and reasonable role models. Being positive. You can look at a glass of water or a glass of beer, even better, you know, and you know a negative person will say, well, it's half empty, and a positive person will say it's half full. And there's a big difference. And so leaders, most leaders, have to get used to this media attention. You can't beat the media, really. You only go along with them if they say nasty things about you. Sure, you can write letters, but they won't get published, or people will just think you're a moaner and groaner, so you've got to live with it. Sometimes you feel people putting knives in your back and you don't know why. Oh, you'll never win. What do you want to go and spend all that money for? And so it goes on. But unless someone's going to give it a try, New Zealanders in general are prepared to give something a go. Maybe it's because we're naive and don't understand what's against us, you know, don't understand, let's say, the mighty United States. I mean, it might be in business, it might be in anything, I guess. We feel we can beat them for whatever reason. Maybe we feel we're going to need a lot of luck, but perhaps being a little bit isolated down here in the South Pacific, which we are, it's a very good thing. You're prepared to go and give it a go. You know, why can't we beat them? I mean, that's a good attitude, I think, to have. Attitude, to me, is vital. A lot of the winning and losing isn't whether you've got the fastest legs or the strongest muscles. It all comes out of here, you know, stamina and just knowing that you can beat them. Now, you have to have done your homework, but just knowing that you can take them on and do it. Now,